The High School Media Workshop is really just an opportunity for students to experience what the Ohio University campus is like and to explore their creative passion, whether it be video production, music production, animation. We really just want to foster a sense of growth and collaboration with students. The experience is several days and nights, so students really get a feel for what living on a college campus is like.
And that's one of the reasons I kind of wish I had done the High School Media Workshop when I was in high school, because I feel like as I was a student in their position, I would be really thrilled at going to the dining halls every day for our meals and living in a dorm and kind of getting that firsthand experience of being a student on campus. And especially over the summer when there's not as many people there, you really get to kind of embrace that independence and enjoy, your fellow students and, of course, just like pretend to be an adult, a professional on the set.
It's a really great way to experience college before you go.
So like if a student was signed up for video, they would essentially get the opportunity to help basically shoot a little short film. The scenario they get put into is they're split off into a group, and in this group they get to then help produce that short film. And it's this opportunity for the students to sort of understand how these roles work and how they interact and how to also, I'd say, work in a collaborative environment.
So the animation department, we were in charge of making like all the graphics, like the intro and outro for the short films. And so I worked with, I think it was about 15 animation students, and they were all like really passionate high schoolers who there was a skill level of, some were very advanced, some were very beginner. So just kind of getting them all to work together to kind of make that happen.
So for the music production department, we were supposed to create a soundtrack for the films that the film students were creating. And we created multiple songs, we recorded, wrote, mixed, mastered, did everything from start to finish. A lot of it was working in the recording studios on the board, in the DAWs with Logic Pro is what we ended up using. And also the students performed. A lot of them brought instruments. We had students sing that had never sang before. It was just a really great experience, and everybody got a chance to do whatever they were interested in trying out.
How the workshop was kind of set up is that we had student leaders to lead the groups in their discipline of video, animation, and music.
Of course, your instructors and your team counselors are there to guide you and show you how to use all the resources at your disposal. But as a student in the program, you do get the opportunity to fully touch the equipment, handle the equipment. And so all these students, they really get to use these technologies and learn how to use them, without too much intervention, so you can get something out of it.
At the media workshop, we were basically in the studio all day for about 3 days. It wasn't sitting and being told what to do. It was going into the studio, playing instruments, recording, trying different techniques, and then learning some mixing techniques too that I wasn't familiar with, and I gained a lot of knowledge from just the experiential aspect of it rather than being sat in a classroom and told how to make music.
One thing that really surprised me about the experience was because I was editing, it revealed a skill that I had that I didn't really think about, which was attention to detail, in which I really got to see and point out things that a lot of people couldn't really do, or for example, problem solving. So it was just a really good experience to explore what things you are good at and what things I should be looking towards.
I've known that I wanted to major in music production for about a year now, and coming into the High School Media Workshop gave me the exact opening experience I wanted here. It got me into the studio, learned how to use some equipment. There wasn't too much pressure on anybody. Everyone worked together and bounced off of each other's abilities. And it really was a pretty gentle process to get warmed into making music in a professional setting.
If your student is at all interested in media production or just isn't even sure, it's totally okay to come to the workshop and know nothing about the discipline you've chosen. As long as you're ready to be a team player, have a positive attitude, and be willing to learn, that's all it takes to make a successful high school media workshop experience.